So hello friends, good morning. So I think we had good volatile first hour and have made money. So buy reversal, I did not buy again because we had a trend line above this and our levels were very small levels. Expecting a bounce from here and it will be a decent bounce from these levels. So I had sold exactly at buy reversal level when we had seen this candle. I was just waiting for these levels, and these were the levels I had sold when we had this shooting star kind of pattern here. And I booked around these levels, somewhere around these levels, because this was my target one. Looking at the volatility on the options front, I had kind of gone smaller quantity that I had to kind of book it. So these levels, I would suggest, if at all you bought it at these lower levels, if at all you bought it at L4 breakdown or whatever it is, you can still book it. Even if you bought it at these levels on the down levels, I think you should target for around 300 level. But I'm expecting a bounce from here. Let's see. It would maybe touch the levels of say 17,270 or 280, 290 level. Uh, then probably we might see some kind of bounce. But it has kind of given a fall from the weekly CPR level. So weekly CPR, once it is broken, it is a downtrend only. But around these levels, there is a kind of support which is there around 300, 17,300. So again, if you look at it, the momentum is lost on these levels. Also, the higher lows are getting formed as of now. So I'm expecting a bounce from these levels. This is also a kind of a major support has to break 300 to 90. That is a support level. If you get those levels, then probably next levels we can get is around 17,232 levels. And upside we will have around 17,400 level that will act as a resistance as of now. So just trading below the weekly CPR, and weekly CPR again will act as a resistance here. However, I'm kind of expecting one bounce momentum today in the second half, because considering the markets have already fallen almost like 1,000 points from here. So we can expect also the bank nifty is kind of sustaining above 40,000 level. So if you would have seen, bank nifty is kind of showing a resistance to go down around these levels if you see. But bank nifty also has a CPR above, which is what exactly. So bank nifty also, if you would have got a sell entry around these levels, these are the levels. So probably we would have got a very good momentum on the downside. Ideally the target should be this, but morning it has kind of respected these levels. So but nifty is looking much more negative as compared to bank nifty. But I'm expecting bank nifty to take the support, and then it has to go up. So I will try and not to sell at these levels because it's also at a kind of L5. If at all the L5 is broken, then probably I would look at the next move, which is somewhere around 232 or 230 levels. But these levels I will expect the narrow CPR again. Uh, as I mentioned, it's a higher lows which are getting formed as of now. If you look at it, the OI change around the 17,300, it is kind of increased from morning, and around 47 lakhs of OI, which is there. Also, the call writers are not uh, much at these levels. So it is basically 24 lakhs OI change, which has happened in morning. So we still have some kind of support which is there on these levels. But it is a weekly CPR resistance which is Nifty taking now. So careful at these levels. So now you'll have to do this waiting game here. So we will start the learning in maybe around 10:45 kind of thing. Just below the levels where this candle has taken a support, this one was our weekly low as well. So last week ka low was around these levels. These are the kind of levels where generally these people will try to book their profits. It's a sell on rise right now. To try not to sell at these, but we will enter some sell levels on the above side. Because these places, we don't have a risk reward in place. Not gonna give us any. Well, Nifty is kind of completely gone down, and the best level, if at all we get it in the next few days, which would be around 17,254, where below that it will be very, very sharp selling, and which can give us around 17,000 levels. So those are the levels which I will watch out for. Once the 250 is broken, that is a level which we will kind of try to sell aggressively. So from that 250 to 17,000, that move will come very, very fast if at all that comes. As of now, I'm expecting a bounce. Works. So there could be a bounce which will kind of trap the put buyers, or it could be a consolidation at these levels for some time, and then probably, because morning also we have seen one kind of bounce which was completely a trap for the put buyers, and then again the market has come down on almost on the similar kind of level. If I have to make money, I will wait for these 254 levels, and 250 levels, once it is broken, maybe tomorrow, day after tomorrow, I will definitely enter into those things. But these could be the levels where the option premiums will, kind of melt, and both the side momentums might come at this point. As I mentioned, higher lows are still forming. Also, Bank Nifty is kind of above these levels of 40,000, way above these levels. So I want to know from people what you want to learn today. I have some certain things which I will definitely give it to you, but you have to tell me what is that, where you are getting stuck or some kind of clarity. So I have two levels in my mind right now to sell. One would be around 17,500, which would be today's H3 in case if it goes towards these, or 17,700 in case if it comes anytime. That will be the best level for us to sell. Or else, considering the trend right now, definitely 254 is expecting it will come in a sooner or later. But right now, the whatever levels we have, I don't think so. We have any entry on the sell side. I would not buy because these are buy levels right now because these are support levels. Like I mentioned, it is kind of 300 level. It is holding the support. Also, Bank Nifty is kind of giving up 900 levels, 39,900. So looks like it will go towards the L3 level, which is 763 again, where it is exactly opened. As of now, Reliance is in negative. TCS is almost 2.5% negative. So IT is kind of built a very big pressure today, wherein IT index is down by 2.73% right now. Is because IT was something which was holding the market for now. And if at all IT is given a breakdown, we can definitely expect one kind of sharper selling things. But these levels, I don't want to sell. Yes, Devinder, it would be great if you share that analysis on our Telegram channel. So take it from there and maybe I can present it. So today try and sell on the bounce, not at these levels, because it's already kind of target getting achieved, or else we will sell below. L6 is around the L6 is around 17,194. But if at all that fall happens at 250, I can hold with a position trade for the further. Yes, so this is the file I think Devinder was talking about, and this is the levels where H5 and L1 is kind of moved. So Bank Nifty is still hovering around that 900 level only. It is not gone below. Okay, so basically you're saying whenever the L1 is broken, it generally reaches L5. But see, generally I'm not using L1, L2. So L1, L2 I don't plot it because on these kind of days when we have the smaller L3, H3 relationship, right? So relationship today now, if you look at it, still we are in a negative relationship, right? With pertaining to, and this is kind of again the negative uh, relationship which is there. So definitely the trend is still on a negative side. However, levels what we are looking, which we'll have to. So Devinder, as per you, this is the candle which was L6 H6 to L6, and this was the day's range, and after that it is kind of in a negative territory only. So it is going towards lower levels of L1 to L4, then L1 to L5, L1 to L6, L1, L2 to L7. L7, I am not sure. And L3 to L4 and L4 to L7. This is a very good way of looking at Camarilla, because it is clearly telling you what kind of, it was basically a consolidation at these areas, and then it is on a negative side because it is going from L1 to L6 or L7 only. These levels, we could see some of the, so if I'm not wrong, probably what I'm trying to see here is these were the levels where it was more of a consolidation. Then we had these big candle, and then the trend is basically going from on the lower side of so now Nifty is kind of still holding, but Bank Nifty is giving. Okay. So these are number of days basically where kind of trend has kind of looks interesting. I'll do further analysis on this to understand, because this is kind of giving a complete trend thing. I generally follow on the charts only. Um, Nifty IT is kind of trying to take a support and trying to recover. Bank Nifty has to kind of give that push somewhere because it's overall. But looking at HDFC Bank and ICICI Bank, which are flat right now, so anytime the reversal comes, it will be very, very quick. So now, I think I will share it with you because I think only Devendra shared his studies or some kind of learning, and it's a good learning. Probably I can further do analysis on that, and then we can discuss. Maybe I can kind of understand his perspective on this. So I will show you something interesting, which is which you can actually implement it with Camarilla. Okay, so Camarilla, what happens is Camarilla has its own limitations, right? Sometimes, so if at all somebody is buying at L3, definitely what happens is if these kind of levels, if at all we are seeing some kind of resistance and all that thing, I did not find a a kind of risk reward here buying, because I have a strong resistance around these levels, right? This was yesterday's low, sorry, yesterday's close, then we have somewhere around yesterday's low around these levels, right? So what is happening is around these levels I'm finding there would be a resistance, and I think we have seen and also that most of the time Nifty had kind of reversed from these levels because it is not willing to go above. And this is like today's candle on a day front, if you look at it, So let's look at the day candle. Today what has happened? Today it has opened below only. It is not trying to go above these levels, right? So these are the levels which we are trying to understand, that okay, whether this one will be taken out. If at all this becomes my major resistance, then I don't have anything. And this is also kind of breaking the earlier this budget day candle, right? So these are the kind of confirmations I need to take. So do I have a buying opportunity here? Answer is no. I can see some kind of support which is built up around these levels, right? Because we have one gap also here. Now if you look at it, this gap is also kind of filled. You would have observed this gap. This one was a gap which was for a longer period. It was open. This one was around 20th of October 2022. And this is the gap. Today it has kind of filled completely, right? So once it is going into this direction, definitely we can see 16,964, 16,700 kind of levels, right? Because it will straight away come now, right? So this is the daily analysis when we are doing it. The daily candle is telling us that okay, it is giving us a breakdown, and definitely, but we are option buyers, right? So if at all you trade around these levels, whatever we are seeing right now, we will not get the premium. We will only lose the premium, because whatever the delay or the whatever consolidation which will happen around these levels, we will always have the premium going away from us, right? Even if we are not able to kind of get that, if the momentum is around these levels, then definitely we will get a bigger momentum on these. But if the momentum is not there, then what are we trying to do? We are basically giving away the money to the option seller, right? So we don't want to do that option seller you know advantage. We will take only when there is a momentum coming in. The momentum is coming in, then we have advantage, that we might see some kind of. So see, these are the places we might see a one hammer kind of formation happen, right? These are the places, because now this is the level where earlier there was a major kind of major fight which has happened, right? And this is where the bulls had taken over, and it has gone to these levels, right? So slowly market has come down to our levels somewhere. See, if you have a capital, you can sell both the side calls and puts, and you can sit aram se till the time the any side break is happening. But today it is a very clear this thing, that this is the gap which has been filled. This one was a gap which was earlier days also. This one it had taken support. Now it has completely filled this gap, right? And definitely markets will come to kind of fill these gaps. Now below this, if you look at it, there was a big consolidation around these levels again, right? And whatever the trend has started, these are the levels we had seen some kind of consolidation happened, and then it has gone up and come down, gone up and come down, right? And now this is a strong bear trend, right? So definitely there is a possibility that it will break and it will come down from. As I mentioned, exactly around this 300 level, there will be some kind of base building will happen, and we might see a reversal. Now, IT is kind of from 2.73%, it has come down to 2%, which is kind of a reversal. Also, TCS is kind of recovered from its levels. Okay. So, TCS is taking support and it is kind of reversing from its level. Now, let's understand what we are trying to get from this price action thing. Okay, so whatever our levels are, we will definitely look at all these things on a Camarilla front. But what we are looking at is a complete price action thing. right? So look at now you will see on a simple chart, you will see there is a kind of fall, then there is a bounce, then there is again a fall, there is a bounce. This is how generally markets will pick up the trend. Now this is an advantage for most of the option writers, right? So what it is doing is basically whenever it is coming down, when it takes the bounce, right? This is where option premium will eat the premium, right? Then even though it is falling, it is kind of falling again, then it is going up again. This bounce is very small, right? So even though this bounce is small, the premiums would have. So how many of you actually go back and buy those options and hold it for a longer period, considering okay, from here to here we are going to get a move, right? So how many of you actually carry these options for a longer period? Okay, great. I think only Devender is kind of responding, others are kind of very very silent. So if you don't ask questions or if you don't probably the session will become one sided. Okay. So if you understand this trend, right? Probably as an option buyer, I would have bought it. I would have exited at this place again. Some call buying. Maybe I will not buy because the trend is in negative. I will go with a shorter side on these levels again. These levels again. If I am getting a sell signal here, I will go with uh, Runal. So I think you are kind of looking at a positional view. But positional view, you tell me how many times you actually earn. So now look at this move, right? If we are looking at this move, it has probably the option say 100 rupees it was, right? And it has come down to 200 rupees. When this bounce has come and it comes back to again the similar level where this place, whether you will get the 200 ka premium, because this momentum whatever is lost, right, you will not get the exact same premium. It has to go little down further, right? That is where you will get that additional premium, whatever 5-10 points. So how do we kind of take these advantages of the momentum which is coming down? How do I understand, okay, there is a possibility of further down move might start off or something will start off, right? Those kind of things is what I am trying to kind of explain you today, only on the basis of price action. The price action. Yes. So whenever we are seeing, right, the option premium will always, because option premium will have multiple other things, multiple factors which will come up, which will we will kind of we have a VIX, we have IVs, we have other theta decay and all that things. All these things eat up in your premiums. So whatever we are buying here, we are not exactly getting those things back. Now look at Nifty has kind of gone up till 340 from 300 level. So that is a bounce. Now here what has happened? If at all you bought a put, your premium has gone down, right? Now in this trend, how do we kind of take advantage of the reversal factors, right? So now today what we will try to understand is what are the demand supply zones. Okay. Now demand supply zones, how do you mark demand supply zones? And I need some kind of homework from you guys whenever you kind of go back and do this study, right? Or maybe in the live market also you can share those studies in our Telegram group so that we all discuss it together, where we are selling, where we are buying and all that things, right? So now I will show you how do we mark these these demand supply zones. Okay. So now look at this earlier day, what has happened? earlier days we had seen this one had kind of gone up, right? So it was falling, then suddenly it has gone up, then it has come down again slowly, 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 right? And then it has kind of reversed again, it has gone down, right? So how do we kind of understand where we have a buying opportunities, where we have a selling opportunity? So for that, what we are trying to find out, we are trying to find out a demand supply zones, right? So what we are trying to find out, we are trying to find out two candles. Okay. One is called a boring candle. Okay. And one is called explosive candle. I don't know whether how many of you actually learned this concept earlier, but I will just try to explain you because all of you are joining in together every day, and then we are trying to kind of learn different things, right? So where we are getting these demand supply zones. Now look at this place where we had a strong fall, right? It was a very, very strong fall. And then what has happened? There was a sudden hammer which has come up, and then it has reversed, right? So what is this? This is basically your demand zone, right? And so how do we identify this? This one we will identify through a, a candle called boring candle and a candle called explosive candle. So now what is boring candle? What is explosive candle? Now we will just try to find out boring and explosive candles. Okay. So now we have added some indicator. Okay. And there what we will do, we are trying to find out which are boring candles, which are explosive candles. Okay. Now these lighter green shades, whatever you're seeing, these are basically your boring candles, because these candles has a a base which is or the candle where the body is basically less than 50%, right? So, so this is automatically plotting it for us. Okay, so we are not trying to identify where exactly our support resistance or whatever boring candles and explosive candles are there, right? So now this particular place, if you see, there was a boring candle which was formed. Okay. So somebody was basically trying to, so basically some kind of accumulation distribution, something would have happened in this candle itself, right? So what we are trying to do, we are trying to mark this candle, the high and low. There are multiple methods. Okay. But this candle, we are trying to mark the levels which are there on this boring candle. Now, because we had one explosive candle which was just going inside this zone, then we found one boring candle and the reversal has happened. So now what is this called? This is called, this one basically was a drop, okay, and this one was again a rise. So basically from the drop and the rally, there was this candle which was deciding that there was a support building up at this, right? So when this kind of support, somebody has accumulated, somebody has put huge orders at this place, right? And hence market has bounced, right? And then what has happened? Then we saw some again some consolidation around these levels, right? Then we saw one candle which was going up, again it was explosive candle, and this one was not a boring candle, right? So when we are seeing again where exactly this is forming, now this is forming around these levels, right? So you will be amazed to see how these levels are actually working out for you. Okay. Now what has happened? It has come down to this level. We found one consolidation zone again in these levels, right? This was a consolidation zone. This was a consolidation zone, right? This was exactly consolidation zone. Now what is happening around these levels? Exactly. We did not find any boring candle earlier. There was no explosive candles which was followed by a boring candle, right? This one was an explosive candle, but after that we found one boring candle, but boring candle follow up is not done. Only follow up which we had done was at these levels, right? So what has happened? at these levels we found, okay, market has reversed. Okay, market has reversed. But now if I'm taking a put, considering, okay, this is a confirmation candle for me. If I take a put, what will happen? This was an expiry day. Okay, now the put would have gone up by 10 points, 20 points, right? After that, what has happened? Again, it has bounced, right? So what would have happened? Our premiums have gone, right? We would have taken the SL considering, okay, markets are going up and whatever it is. Okay, if we plot Camarilla and all those things, probably things would be different, right? But then what is happening? Around these levels, again, it is going at exactly at this level. Again, we are seeing a fall, right? So where these guys are building up the position exactly at this level. So even though it was coming down, it was again going up. Okay, so we had found one support here. Again, one level where we had seen a boring candle followed by a explosive candle, right? So what has happened exactly at these levels? It was taking a support. Okay, multiple times it is coming and taking the support. Okay, then it is going up, not even touching these levels. Before that only we have seen one supply zone which was building up around these levels, and then again it is falling. What happened? It has broken this level, came down, right? Next day what happens? Market opened where? Market exactly opened at our resistance level. So are we buying or selling? Though it is a gap up opening, though it is trying to show us it is going up and all that thing, but what has happened? We have seen one resistance zone around these levels, right? When this resistance levels are coming and I am getting this kind of doji candle or some kind of resistance, I can buy a put here, right? I don't have to think twice. Even if the Camarilla H3 is there or L3 is there, I will try to buy the put, right? Exactly, I bought the put. Where would be my target? Exactly this, right? What has happened? Again, it has taken the bounce. Again, it has gone up. Next day, again, next move, what has happened? It has broken this level, right? Then it has gone down. Again, came back, retested this level, came down to our support level. Then again, it has gone below the support level, try to test this level. Again, it is coming down, just consolidating around these levels. Now, where it has opened today, it has exactly opened around these levels. Again, we are getting a rejection. Again, there is a fall which is happening, right? So, exactly, if we get to know these levels, then whether we will buy. Now, let's add Camarilla to this. So, where is the consolidation happened? Around these levels, right? Did it go up? Answer is no, right? It is exactly resisting at this level. Again, coming back to our Camarilla levels. Now, this L3, are we buying L3 here? Do I have a confirmation? That is where I mentioned in the morning that are we buying here? I did not buy at L3. Reason why? Because I don't have much of things left, right? Because this candle is already very, very strong, right? And it has almost gone to this level. Even if I buy here, my target is hardly anything, right? Will I get it in the options? Maybe scalping. Yes, I can get this scalping move. Maybe 10 points I would have got it and I would have exited, right? Then what has happened? Where is the supply zone which is formed? Look at this. Now, the supply is just formed just below this levels, right? Now, this is again our opening level. This is a supply zone, right? Again, the fall has happened from here. Now it is continuously falling from these levels, right? Where any supply demand is formed. Supply demand is formed around these levels again, right? So what is happening? Now it is going up, okay? Taking, probably it will take a resistance. Now what would be my next level to buy or sell? My level is around this level, which is it coinciding with my L4? Answer is yes. It is L4 level. Again, it might get rejected from here, and now it will come down to L5. So I don't know how many of you understood this concept. Okay, it's a very simple concept of a price action, and we are looking at. Okay, now this there has to be a push. There has to be a push around these levels to break this level. Once this breaks this level around 390, it can go maximum to this zone, right? Around 450 levels, right? So if we combine this with our Camarilla, see, Camarilla alone itself is more than enough. It will give you hundreds of different. But what is that we are trying to do? We are trying to, kind of add more layers so that our trades are not in that losing side, right? We are trying to cut down those losses. Every L3 cannot be bought, every H3 cannot be sold, right? If at all I'm getting some kind of confirmations like this, now let's see in the live market, we will see whether this resistance is broken or we are seeing. So I told you in morning that there is a kind of support which is building up. Now look at where the support is building up. Can you observe this? We had a boring candle, then we had an explosive candle. This is not exactly explosive, but yeah, there was some kind of support which was building up. Now exactly it is gone to our supply zone, which was formed in the morning. And like you remember what I told you, there will be a bounce. I'm expecting a bounce, and exactly there is a bounce which is coming in. Now where it is going? Now look at these levels again. Okay, this one was a supply zone which was formed in front of you in the morning. Okay, and now it is going towards that zone. Can I have a smaller stop loss trade here? When the trade, basically when this candle breaks and goes below this, just below L4, I might look out for entering a put. Okay, my stop loss would be just around 389. Okay, just breaking this level. So I have a smaller stop loss. Am I waiting because L4 is broken? Can I take a trade with this SL? Answer is no. Now look at what has happened. Where these bigger guys are selling. Now L4 is broken. You could have taken one long trade. What would have happened? Next movement, it is taking out your SL. So is this learning something new? Are you able to kind of think of buying put at these levels? Yes. So the put buying can happen around these levels. Okay. And are, but only thing is observe now. Okay. Observe where exactly your demand zone built up. So in this whole structure, what we need to find out, see, we got resistance. If at all we wanted to do a scalping, we probably would have got a very good scalping level, right? At exactly at this level, when everybody was buying calls, we were basically looking at our resistance and we were buying put. Right now, again, it is coming back to the support area, okay, which was built just few minutes back. Yes, below around 345 there will be a put buy. The target will be 316. Now, what could happen? Possibility is market might just consolidate around this area. Then either it gives you breakout or it gives you breakdown. This could be area where what would happen is people will, option writers will make a lot of money because it might just consolidate. We will buy above this resistance level. If at all that is broken, we will sell below the support level, which is just demand level, which is built up. So this one would need a practice. This one would not come just like that. So you need to practice around these levels and find out what works out best for you. So this is a price action course which would be sold at around 50,000, 60,000 rupees for of the sellers who will, course seller, they will do this. This is a very simple concept, but people don't follow this. Now look at where support is taken. So you can do scalping, you can do other things. This yes, it is still in between that zone. Okay. Probably if you look at, this is what helps me in a longer run. When I have to buy certain calls or puts or whatever it is, or even if I have to do the scalping, if I would have sold it at this level because I know, okay, strong resistance level, I would have immediately booked it at this level. Yes, so it will basically, now you can watch out how the consolidation will happen, and either side, whatever it might be, it will give you breakdown. So generally the trend is negative. I would look out for more supply zones areas, and maybe at this level, if I get sell level, probably I can do this put buying around these levels, which probably can yield me somewhere around 20-30 points from here. So are we following only Camarilla now? Now you understood where I'm buying, where I'm selling, why I'm saying this is not a level for me to sell. What is happening to the Bank Nifty? Bank Nifty is above 40,100 again. So can you share me some charts, maybe any of your favorite stocks or any of your Bank Nifty, Nifty, or any earlier charts? If you plot those, uh, yeah, you can add Fibo as well. Uh, what you can do is, with these levels, right? What are we trying to do is basically these levels. Now, these are our fib levels, right? So where exactly the market is kind of taking a resistance. It is taking exactly at a 50% of this zone. So whatever zone was marked by us, exactly it is at 50%. So it will either make or break around these levels, and then it will give you breakout. It will go towards this zone, and then when it is giving a breakdown, it will go towards the day's low again. So once the day's low is broken, we can expect further moves on the. Okay, so you can use any indicator for this thing. You can just search for boring and explosive candle. Okay, so there is I think this one indicator which is there, boring and explosive candle by Muthu S. Okay, Muthu, Shan, something is there. That one I just used it. But you can use any of any of the indicators. Now look at observe these levels. This learning you will not get it very easily. This is kind of a learning module which is there, and I've just shown you the the kind of tip of the iceberg. It is just one side of it. We need to kind of consider on these, but just simple ways. If you look at it, you will find where are my supports, where are my resistances, and even if you mark it for yesterday's levels, you will get those levels, right, where you can buy or sell or do certain things, right? So first trade, first morning trade itself, it has come from the zone, right? Anybody observed this candle? Okay, exactly. This one was a demand zone which was formed here, right? So we had a boring candle, we had followed with the explosive candle. This level exactly. See, did you get one sell trade here? Answer is yes. But first candle, anyways, you don't trade, right? Then you wait for the bounce or any kind of formation to happen. Then we saw one bounce around these levels, and exactly this is the place somewhere around. This is the place I sold it, right? So exactly, it came down below my L5, that first target, and then I booked my, which yielded a good, you know, money. So am I buying at L3? Yes. Now it will consolidate. It will consolidate around these areas for some time at least. Because now we have a supply, we have a demand in a very small zone, right? So where is Bank Nifty going? Bank Nifty is going towards H4, is 40,200 now. Now your observation, your practice will yield you results. I'm not gonna do anything from here. So I told you one concept, earlier concepts also you have to come out with different things, different observations. I think Devinder has kind of given some kind of observations on certain things, which is kind of learning from the Camarilla part. But I think others also has to kind of participate more because these are all practice things, right? Where we are taking those zones, taking those trades. What are our targets? What are our stop losses? All these things, if we understand, we will get very good trades on a daily basis. So getting those 30, 40 points will not be a difficult task. If you're working, if you mark those zones, if you put the alerts on these zones, and you can aram se trade with this. Now what is happening? Again, trying to break the lower level of this, but somebody has built a demand there, right? Can we look at volumes also with this? Where are the volumes building up? Did the volume build up on this candle? No. Where the volume built up? On this candle. Right? Now what is happening? Look at the consolidation again. Now, how many of you will come out with your charts on our Telegram group to share and look at a different time frames? Okay, maybe 15 minutes or maybe those 5-minute chart, 15-minute chart, 1 day chart. Find out where exactly we are getting those support resistances, where exactly we are getting those trades. Now, will this break this zone? Now, this one will invite you to buy put, right? Because it is breaking this level. Is it gone further down? Now, will you buy put? Where you got the sell and where the currently Nifty is. Now, it has broken the zone. Candle has to close below this. So, sellers are stronger. Whatever buying had happened, that is again going back to its same story again. So, candle closure is whatever time frame you're using. Candle closure is very, very important. Don't take any trade in between. Now, see this candle. What is happening? What has happened to our support? What has happened? If you would have bought put, what would have happened? Exactly. So the price action is very, very simple. Will make it very, very difficult. People will only follow Camarilla. Then they'll say Camarilla is also not working. They'll follow CPR. They'll say, okay, it is not working. You take additional confirmation. What we mentioned exactly same thing, right? It will consolidate inside this range. It has just given you one false breakdown below. So it has invited you to buy put, right? If we wouldn't have waited for the candle to close, our put would have gone for a loss. So is this learning helping you? We are seeing it everything in a live chart. We are not going back to our dead charts and doing all that analysis, right? We are only seeing everything live. These are very simple concepts. Let's wait another 1 minute to 20 seconds to go. If it gives us a break, we will go ahead with the selling or buying put. If it all takes support, no trade. So anyone can share me Bank Nifty chart? We can present that same chart maybe. So Kaushik, it is very very simple. I'll reconfirm on these things. Let's wait for this candle to close. We will see how the market behaves in this areas. Now what has happened? Last few seconds, candle is going on the downside, still trying to take the support. This is what most of the bigger people will, the bigger organizations or whoever it is, they'll be trading on these kind of levels. What is going to happen? This is going to trap many of the put buyers, call buyers. It's all about waiting for the right move, right place. If we get some kind of good place to buy or sell, that is a place where you can make money. See what has happened now. Trap the put buyers, premiums have gone. Strong candle. Will this become explosive? Because we had a boring candle just before that. So if you would have sold at L4, what would have happened? This candle would have taken out your SL. Explosive candle. Demand is built up. As I mentioned, expecting a bounce. Exactly the places 300 level. Bounce has come. Isn't this amazing to just see? And when we see some of the charts and some of the people who are marking these levels and giving them something which we are amazed with, saying that how do you kind of get the supply demand zones. You would have seen some of my charts as well, talking about these demands and supplies and all that things. Now I hope, because you're spending time live, you are getting these things right. Now what has Bank Nifty done? Gone to H4, breaking out from the H4. Who is supporting Nifty? Bank Nifty is supporting. So Bank Nifty is basically trying to form a bullish candle. Also, now our supply zone is getting broken. Will you buy call? To see how it is trapped. Now, what structure it is building? Structure is basically we had a drop, okay, then we had a rally, one small drop, and now we are seeing rally. Where it will go? Towards, now from here towards this zone. What is a market? Sideways market. What has happened on our daily candle? Long wick, long wick, forming a hammer, isn't it? That is what we expected. Has this candle closed above our resistance zones, which is supply zone? Now you know where the move is going. But there is a demand which is built up. So anytime now it is coming around these areas, I can think of buying because there are twice it has built up this demand. So somebody very strong buying at these levels. So is it market very volatile or is it giving you calmness to your trade now that can see where exactly the markets will reverse, where exactly the markets can go? So now this candle is giving again strong closing around these levels, around another 3 minutes to go. Where it will go? 434. Are you getting the levels? So if I take a long position with this candle low as a stop loss for a scalping, will that work? Great. So if at all you are learning, it's a achievement for me because something I'm trying to do for people. At all you're able to kind of get those things. At where the candle is going again. Our supply zone is not broken. So what we planned here was one consolidation. If it gives you breakout, then we will we will kind of enter into a C. But is the consolidation happening in our zones only? It's a fight between the calls, the call sellers, put sellers, or sellers and buyers, whoever it is, right? But Bank Nifty is above H4, above just H4. We are seeing CPR levels. The best way of buying call at this particular, right? Now, you would have seen multiple times people giving this kind of charts, right? So, what are we saying? Okay, it will give a breakout, right? Then it will come down. Then, when it comes, takes the support, then I will buy. Should I take just because one candle is closing above this? Should I take the entry? Answer is no. The best way to, to let it go, let it come back to your support, form one green candle here, take the entry. So do you need any kind of tips where to buy, where to sell now? Let it consolidate. We are not in hurry. So whatever investments you are doing, whatever other things which you are trading, right? Stocks or some certain other things. If you're doing investments, go with at least a minimum 1 hour chart, right? And then you do that analysis where exactly it is going. 1 hour, 4 hour, one day kind of charts. So which will give you a clear picture where are the supports, where are the resistances. Okay, and if at all you are doing intraday, you can look out for 5 minutes, 15 minutes kind of charts. Mark these zones, wait for your zones. It will give you a decent amount of. So now we have a shooting star kind of formation which is there. Yes, exactly. The practice will be required, and that is where you have to do multiple, chart patterns and other things which you'll have to do. And so whatever you're doing, right, just follow this particular thing for few days. See what is kind of results it is giving you, and whatever might be your setup, just add this as an additional level, which will kind of give you a clear confirmation. Consolidation around these levels only. Still, And before anybody is analysis or anything you're following, you do your own analysis before that thing, and then take that kind of trades. So basically, Nifty is trying to go up. That's the thing which is happening. It is almost 5 6 days selling has happened, right? So one kind of bounce should come in somewhere, and then probably we might see again the selling comes. But now, at least at these levels, you would understand where to buy, where to sell, and certain trades why you should not take. Even if you are taking the trade, you would know, okay, what could kind of risk reward I have at these levels. Should I have a Camarilla on my charts? Where exactly my buy levels? So if at all I have a buy level around these levels, and whether I have any demand supply. We expected some kind of consolidation to happen. It's already kind of giving us on a buy side signal. But one candle has to close above that, then it has to retest, and then we were buying that. No need of any option chain, no need of any kind of data to be seen. It's only the charts focusing will help, and practice will help. So now, is it giving you a breakout? Consolidated just before that particular place. Now trying to go up, and Bank Nifty is kind of above H4. So now what has happened? Again, another demand zone is formed just below that. So what is the structure building up? The long side. Again, still trying to stay there and now taking a support on that breakout level. So now watch out for the up move. Is it kind of telling people to go short here? Are you entering any call? No, so we are still not going with this volume confirmations here. Volume confirmations, I'll share it with you in a separate thing. So first, only observe these demand supply zones. You can just do the practice. I'm just taking five to 10 minutes break. Okay, friends. So I'm back. Now, if you would have seen exactly on the top end of our supply zone, it has reversed. That's where I said it has to retest that level. If it is giving a green signal, then you are buying. But what it has done, it has given us a breakdown again, going towards the day's low. So how many taken a short position just below our level were broken? Now look at how fast that momentum is coming. Again, around 300 level, we have still some support. It might take that support, or if at all it is breaking, then we will see. As I mentioned, sell on rise still continues. Still trying to take support at this level, but our level it has to achieve. Yes. So our demand zone has become supply zone now. Might give you a bounce above around these levels around 350, 340 level, and then it might again go down. But 300 level will be again buyer zone. So I'm still waiting for the confirmation there. So let it go towards our supply zone again, and then probably we can look out for a confirmation and then buy the put. But look at how the consolidations are happening around these areas only now. Expecting a fall from here. However, Bank Nifty is kind of trying to still go up. So exactly giving a bounce towards that 350 level. If at all again that is broken, then we will see the down move, or it will take a resistance. So now we are just seeing sideways momentum in one zone. Slowly that pressure is getting kind of getting built up again. And let's see if it breaks. Again, it has still not gone to our resistance level, so there is no entry. Now it has touched our resistance level. So now we are getting a shooting star at our level. Let's see if it is confirming us. Look at where exactly it has taken the resistance. They've just entered one put for just a scalping. So still no momentum at these levels. Now slowly going towards the target, which is day's low. So this is where the consolidation is happening in a very small level now. But Bank Nifty has kind of given a breakout. Yes, so this is the W pattern which Devinder is talking about. So again, we are going towards the resistance. Yeah, how nicely that resistance is not getting broken now. Exactly playing in our zones. Whenever it is touching that 350 level, it is again coming back. Now both the side premiums are just eroding. Just going towards our resistance and then again taking a downturn. Looks like Nifty is getting ready for some move. See which side it goes now. Again, the higher high formations. Now Nifty has kind of come down again below the weekly CPR. One down move can start off from here. One strong candle has come now at last. So now our low is kind of achieved. Now going towards the weekly low, and 300 is also kind of breaking. Now look at our morning support, which is kind of breaking. So going towards the L5. Once these levels are broken, then we can see the faster momentum. We are again seeing the support is kind of holding on. Candle will be very, very important now. Next candle. Look at how the reversal has come again, our levels. So inside that zone now again, let's see if it holds. I'm expecting a bounce from here, at least towards the 350 level. So exactly our levels, it is just holding on, not falling, not going up. Now giving the upside momentum as we expected. Strong momentum again upside. Whatever up move is coming, it is not getting sustained. So this candle will play very, very important role. Either it will break upside or it might just go down. So now look at how the candle has kind of reversed completely. We might see one short covering somewhere. So exactly, it has reached 341 now, which is what we were targeting. So I'll be booking my position here. Absolutely no momentum any side. Just a simple premium erosion day now. Now again move towards our resistance level. It is going on. The option side, the movement is much faster, which is confirming there is a short covering happening. So slowly the momentum is going upwards. We will see if at all our levels are getting holded. If at all that is the case, then looks like it will be a big short covering. This is where exactly I was telling you that 300 it has to break. It has not broken that today. So we can expect one short covering from here. Look at whatever levels we have marked from morning. It is exactly on the similar levels. It has kind of taken the resistance. So overall, it was a good day for me as of now because whatever trades I've taken, it has kind of gone into. Because 300, I was waiting for that support to be kind of broken. Then I would have taken a shot, but that has not happened. So I'm expecting some kind of hammer or something of that sort getting. Could be a possible of some 200, 300 points move on the upside, which will open up for this week. Because we are getting out of from the exact support levels. It's already kind of oversold. They're expecting that bounce. But on options, it is absolutely there is no movement. So it is very, very difficult to kind of trade on options right now. I will not take any trades from here. Whatever we have covered today, probably just go through those things, those concepts, see how much it works, where all places you are getting those, false signals or anything. And then probably tomorrow we can discuss further on those things. But my request is to go and study those factors, that it will kind of give you complete clear picture um on the supply demand zone concept. Look at this candle now, how it has kind of, though it has kind of broken, but broken our resistance levels, but now it is kind of still holding. So it is basically a sideways day today. And this is what was expected from our. Yes, on YouTube it will be available. So you can always go back and check those levels or how I have marked or certain things. So YouTube, whatever live streaming we are doing, the good thing that is where I do it on YouTube, because Zoom and other things we have that challenge. So whenever you want, you can always go back on whatever studies we have done. You can always go back and check those things. It will definitely help you. Can close the session for today, and hope everybody had a good day. Everybody had kind of made some money, and we have just seen those levels and we have taken the trades accordingly. I think would have helped you. So anything which is there, you can share it on the Telegram group, or maybe you can directly message me, or we can discuss it tomorrow. Thank you guys. Thank you for joining in. We'll connect it tomorrow again. Uh, Please do study to follow whatever. I will try. Basically, I have to go and drop my son. To where I get delayed. That's where I generally I keep it at a, and depending on the traffic, it goes back to the 10 o'clock, 10:15 kind of time. But we will try. We will try tomorrow to start early. Okay, guys. Thank you. Have a nice day.